It may be summer vacation for some people, but for us, school is back in session. Welcome to Book of Dawn IOTH Academy. I'm Tormented by Gnomes, your game master and host, joined at long last by Crowan, Leg Day, and Lemon Kiwi. Crowan, what's up with you? Long time no see.
Oh god, it's my line now. What do I do? I forgot. What do I say?
You just say good. So you do the teenager mantra, which is how was school? Good. What'd you do? Good. Stuff. What kind of stuff? Good stuff.
True. There you go. That's all I need to say. No, but it's been good though. Just traveling a little bit. Recently got back. TFT stuff, pre-fun, pre-hype. But more than anything, it's been too long since we've played. So it is so good to be back.
Hell yeah. Leg Day, it looks awful bright where you are right now. That's unusual.
It isn't 2 a.m. when we're starting the session, although my laptop's clock is still on UK time, so it says 2 a.m. How nostalgic. The sun is here, and we are so freaking back.
Let's go.
Amazing.
Ooh.
Lemon. Sup?
Yeah, I thought like they was gonna be like, yo, ever since I stopped playing D&D, I bought a house, I got a girlfriend.
Y'all gotta stop playing tabletop games. It's pathetic.
I'm kidding.
It's not a career.
Get yourself a real hobby. Like origami.
As you were saying, sorry.
Oh, I'm chilling.
Excellent.
Good
Stuff.
Good.
Oh, man. When last we left our heroes, it felt like a year ago. I think it's been 2 months. If it hasn't been 2 months, it's been a month and a half. But for our heroes, mere moments ago, they had a shocking revelation and then got cosmically slapped out of a deep scrying session. Where do we stand? Athalor's home city of Onderud was attacked by their former friend and schoolmate Alexander, who used the Book of Dawn to try to drain the power of the refuge for his own purposes. Using a ritual that combined the Book of Seosh, a powerful weapon of the Void, with all the magic at our young students' disposal, they attempted to cut Alexander off from the power of the book, sever that connection. But something went horribly wrong. An enormous sphere of annihilation, like a 10-foot radius, was created inside the refuge. And it took everything Athalor and his father had to stabilize the extra-dimensional home of his people and prevent further damage. Meanwhile, Garnet and Mason went down to contain the sphere and were attacked by an emerald golem that had been dispatched to protect the natural order of things. It was a traumatic experience. They nearly died, but they finally returned home to IOTH Academy. Some of the archmages remain behind, but not the sage, who was banished by Athalor's uncle, or father. Actually, I think it was your dad who did the banishing spell, because he went into, by Athalor's father, was banished and has not been seen since, and has gone off to some mysterious fate that Athalor has been tracking in a book of his own. Mere moments ago, our heroes attempted to scry on some of the powerful Infernals plotting against their home. When they attempted to scry on Despair's Herald, they saw a vision of Alexander floating utterly alone in the void. Was this a true vision? If so, how did he survive when others did not? How long has he been in there, and how long has it been for him, and how did he get there in the first place, and where is the Herald? They then decided to scry on Anacra, the Eschaton Clock, the Machine Prince of Chaos. And because I can't have any secrets in this game, they discovered by piercing his divine defenses, they were able to get a vision of the very heart, the ticking core of Anacra, the emerald tablets forming an emerald sphere at the very, very center of the underworld, beneath everything. And the scribes, enormous mechanical guardians of law and order, emerging inwards like spokes on a wheel. And one of them was Anacra, completely ignored by the other scribes, despite his infernal agenda. He perceived them somehow, which is totally against the rules, but he's a godlike being, so, you got to deal with it. And then cut off the connection, leaving our heroes stunned by the revelation. Those are the most recent events, but I'm probably missing some stuff that's on your characters' minds or that's been going on, and it's been a while and you might have questions. So before we return right back to where our young students were, I want to go around the table, clear up any misconceptions, hear any clarifications or questions from the whole party. Anyone got anything?
We did scry on the Herald, but we found that he had an illusion up of Alex or something. He had an illusion up either way, but we had confirmed that Alex was in the void because there was something about like we couldn't scry into the void and it was like blocked, but we could tell who wasn't in the void because it was just like 404 error.
Yes, you did some process of elimination. That's right.
We also looked up Myrick, who like had the 404, and then we had the Herald, and then he had an illusion up, which I think we're able to figure out it was an illusion.
Yep.
Yeah. Essentially, Herald's not in the void.
Correct. The Herald is not in the void. You have been able to confirm that.
Cool.
And then just kind of like generic timeline stuff. It was immediately after the what's it, the banishing of, or the sage banishing, was it Athalor's father, was it?
Athalor's father banished the sage, yes.
Oh, Athalor's banished the sage, right? And like immediately after all that stuff transpired, then that's where we are right now, right? Or is there like anything else happened in between that?
You had some conversations because, so I don't remember if it was Uncle or Hadorai who did it, but they were like, Hadorai dipped to go help Uncle. And it was in that arcane duel between those two Onderud elves and former elves and the sage that the sage got banished. So one of them banished the sage.
Okay.
This was while Garnet was getting the shit beaten out of her by the golem that was like, don't quite agree with your void theories there, miss. You mind if I beat you to death?
Little casual beating. Since then, what has happened? No major events have transpired. Our heroes, Untermaler, sent you all home, saying you've pulled way more than your weight. You all need to go heal up and rest, and your kids, you need some chances to recover from some trauma. So you've had some time at home. I think you've had a day, maybe 2 days. You got a long rest. You've had a chance to just get into some trouble on your own, this scrying experiment that you ran. You spent some time with Sventisco. Garnet is having trouble remembering Alexander. So there were a lot of conversations and downtime that occurred in a very short period, but no other major world-threatening events to the best of your knowledge.
All right. Okay. Got sent home to rest and did no such thing. Nice.
And do we have like any kind of timeline, like based on like scouts or anything, like how close Diffraxus is? Like, is this like any minute now, or is this like a couple days or what?
Couple days.
Okay.
They'll be here within a few days.
Oh yeah, there was that like Garnet like war plan basically, right? About how to approach Diffraxus, arm the students, that kind of stuff.
Which got approved.
Oh,
the wardens are in the process of like opening up and making sure that everyone's equipped and fortifying their position. And the Muintiori, the teaching council of the academy, has not been idle this entire time. They've been extremely busy.
We've
Is there
got
like one
our
more thing
side
I could
quest.
scry before we leave that scrying thing?
Well, the effect got ended, but I'm pretty sure that it doesn't have a limit on a crystal ball.
The crystal ball is OP, man. Thank God for Master of Divination getting randomly fragged.
What do you mean, like effect? What effect? The buffs?
So when you use scrying, it creates this floating sensor, right? And it lasts for 10 minutes. The spell itself creates this floating invisible magical camera, and it lasts for 10 minutes. Anachronist detected your floating camera and used Dispel on it, which ended that instance of the scrying spell. However, with a crystal ball, you can cast scrying at will.
I think there's one more person we should scry. It's just we're all, just.
I mean, when you're spying.
Well, Alex, we don't know what happened to the book. Alex is in the void. Did the book go with Alex? I think we could scry IOTH to see if he's in the void or not.
Yeah,
I mean,
good idea.
Or if
nothing
the
to
book is
lose from
destroyed.
trying.
I mean, everyone's confident that it is, but I wouldn't mind a confirmation.
I agree. Alex hands. Alex? Wow. That's not even
He's
my
all-
character.
You weren't supposed to give that away for like 3 episodes. Like they, God damn it.
Oh no, it's all spoiled. Athalor hands her the quill to have an object of IOTHs for helping the DC of the scry.
What do I roll?
Nothing.
I think he saves.
Oh,
Mhm. The crystal ball shows nothing. Emptiness. Doesn't even respond.
so it's like that same 404 of
Mhm.
like Merrick and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, it looks like the book isn't in the void from what I can tell. It's probably destroyed.
Okay, that's probably better than it being in the void.
Yeah.
I
Both suck.
both yeah, they do suck. But Alex doesn't have it, which is I'm gonna call a silver lining.
Oh, a win, even perhaps.
Maybe we do deserve to call something a win.
I think it's been too long, so we take what we can get.
But why would Seosh save Alex? And why him and not Merrick, who was a proficient void user? Why not save Merrick too?
Well, whatever it is it perhaps part of that grand infernal plan because the Herald showed you that Alex was there? Perhaps it all ties in some weird way together.
Wait, the Herald showed you Alex was there.
Well, like I tried to scry Alex, and I don't know. Gnomes explained this part that basically I
It
just know that
didn't
the void
work.
blocked.
You can't scry into the void. The void is unscryable.
So yeah, I got blocked.
I mean, I might need a tinfoil wizard's hat here, but I feel like if the Herald was more interested in Alex remaining useful to him, he wouldn't show you he's in the void when the Herald knows that you can go there and control it fairly easily. Maybe the Herald is somewhat worried about Alex getting himself a new benefactor.
I was actually kind of thinking about that concept, and just a little bit ago, and totally not months ago, Garnet, I asked you your reaction to Alex being in the void, and you said the reaction was, you said good, and it was like he was kind of in a prison. And so, hear me out. If someone's in a prison, you don't have to worry about them anymore. So perhaps the Herald showed you that illusion, wanted you to confirm that he was in the void, so you'd think of him effectively as dead, out of the way. But we know that people can get out of there. You got out of the void, and potentially he can get out. If he gets out, and you already kind of wrote that off, that would perhaps do the most damage to you, and that's what the Herald wants to do. Maybe knowing that you had the information, but you were tricked, deceived, whatever, and now you'd have to deal with a situation that you were entirely unprepared for. I think that's kind of exactly what the Herald always wants to do.
I mean, they're probably trying to mess with me, and yeah, being in the void is, I feel like a fate worse than death. I mean, I was there for 5 years, and when I came back, 30 seconds had gone by, and Alex has been there for days. And I don't want to go in the void and find out what he's become or what he's learned or what they have planned, but Diffraxus is our most immediate threat.
Mhm.
And the only person I think that could get Alex out is the Machine Prince. And what is that room the okay, gnomes, do we have knowledge on what this emerald tablet stuff is, or
Roll Arcana, and this is a long shot.
Oh, so natural 20 time.
don't mind me doing a nat 30? Okay.
Can I interest you in a 16?
16.
Well, everyone can roll, right? Anyone else
Yeah,
want to join me in the
absolutely.
nat 20 party?
Absolutely. Who else wants to go for it?
I wish to pour into the secrets of the universe. I will not be pouring into the secrets of the universe.
Okay,
No.
okay. We are not secretive.
Okay, so the Emerald Tablets. Most of the time, that's a philosophical concept, not an actual physical piece of emerald. It's used to describe the rules that the sovereigns put into place when they took the Dawn world and divided it into the 4 kingdoms. Took this world of infinite possibilities and bound it and constrained it with laws of physics and magic. Sometimes people have been able to see physical manifestations of those laws as emerald tablets, but they've never been changed before. What you saw is not something you're innately familiar with, but it looked like a huge emerald sphere, enormous, I don't know, mile in diameter, maybe. And you were on the inside of this emerald sphere, and engraved into every single surface, far further than you could read, were the laws of Anacra.
Wait, is there a triumvirate of spheres? The
what
IOTH sphere, the dark sphere, and the emerald sphere that are all a mile in diameter?
That's not deliberate. I do seem to keep pulling that number, though. I will say, IOTH sphere and the Dark Academy sphere were almost exactly a mile in diameter. The Emerald Tablet sphere is like a mile. You didn't have a protractor and a laser measurer when you were there. That's more just it real big.
It's big.
So you saw the greatest concentration of the Emerald Tablets and the laws of the universe, the laws that govern Anacra, the reason why magic and gravity and the elements work the way they do. And you saw all these creatures, these enormous mechanical creatures, as if they were buried half into the sphere with their heads poking towards the inside, torso up. They were at regular intervals, like very evenly spaced throughout this thing. And all of them were running their many mechanical hands over and turning their heads and reading those laws. And one of those entities is Anacronus. And you could immediately tell it was Anacronus because Garnet's seen Anacronus before, and there is a completely smooth, featureless face, like a void mask.
And you said all the scribes were machine-like
Yes.
huge creatures?
Yes.
Was Anacronus fulfilling the same duty?
Okay, noob card. It's first session back.
Totally
It's
fine.
Retcon saying Anacronus out loud, right?
Yes. Sorry, I thought you were asking me, not Garnet. Yeah, I didn't even...
Yeah.
I'm doing the slaps mouth. What do
No. Yeah, it's been...
No, I read that as out of character. You're fine.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was RP.
Athalor, was Anacronus doing the same shit as the other scribes?
No, Anacronus was clearly behaving differently. And none of the other scribes were paying attention to Anacronus. None of them were paying attention to each other. They were all doing their own thing.
Did they look possessed in the same way Anacronus possesses machines?
No.
Do they look more physically powerful than Anacronus, or are they all a fairly similar body?
They have different shapes, different faces, different bodies, different numbers of arms, differently limbed arms. So they all look slightly different from each other, but they all look of a similar frame, a similar chassis, similar scale.
Okay.
We have one more thing when it comes to fighting Diffraxus. We still have to follow up on that peace negotiation you two started.
Right. Which brings me to, I wouldn't mind doing a stop at Brontha for a few different things, but one of them to ask for Brontha's aid in Diffraxus and seeing if we can set up a teleportation circle to get them quickly to IOTH when the time comes.
You were concerned before about if people leave Brontha, then Brontha would be undefended, I think. Is that a concern still, or?
Yeah, I figured the teleportation circle might help if they have to get back quickly.
It's better to set up the infrastructure early than have to try and figure it out on the fly. That would make for quick transportation back and forth.
Yeah, surely there's the resources to do that, I'd imagine.
Have to see how much of their army we really need, but we just mainly need a brawly army at the front, so a squishy spellcasters.
Soldiers.
Yeah.
With swords and shields and armor and bravery, ideally.
Right.
Lots of bravery.
Maybe more than me. We should talk to El now about that. Untamula, I think, is still in Underood.
Yeah. Oh no, is there like a commissary for like sending spells? Or
yeah, you can get a sending scroll for sure. No problem.
Like how many? Like a long distance conversation.
Yeah, she's going to start robo-calling on the sending scrolls. Hi, you may have been Miss Soul Magical Insurance. You can reply to this message.
Let's say for now that if you ask for more than 10, you're going to get the hairy eyeball.
What's a hairy eyeball?
It means that the person at the what's the term I'm looking for? The person in charge of magical artifacts and handing them out to students is going to...
The quartermaster?
The quartermaster, thank you.
Okay, I think I can pull off 10. I just need like 3 or 4.
Yeah, 3 or 4, easy.
Excellent.
Okay, well, if you guys want to grab Elle now, I just need to let them know we're coming, so it's not a weird surprise. Since last time we left, we kind of murdered a bunch of maids.
You what?
Oh, you know, Miraclones.
Did you personally?
Well, yeah.
Why would I ever doubt?
Well, how else do you want me to deal with that situation?
I thought maybe in a state surrounded by soldiers that have like a bunch of people with swords, that maybe they wouldn't make their princess like summarily execute a bunch of the help.
I had to like flex that I am a capable.
Oh, so you wanted to be the one to...
Yeah, make her. They couldn't stop her.
I didn't really have time to explain the number of people that were Miraclones. I had to
Is that why you have to call about the murders? How many people saw you kill all these people?
That's a Gnome's question. I mean, we only had the small little kind of send away party.
Mm-hmm. A number of military personnel and government personnel. Up to a dozen, 2 dozen.
Mom said I could.
Oh, well, that sounds like excellent parenting.
Makes it all okay.
She's got more than I have. I'm just catching up.
That's where you get it from. Garnet War Crimes to Osaka.
I don't think that makes it better. Yeah, it's apprentice war crime.
It's not a war crime. I'm dispatching of the crimers. What?
Oh, perhaps that one wasn't a war crime, just all the others. But no, good job.
All for the good. I'm cleansing Brontha.
We'll get out now.
Okay, right. Anyways.
Good luck. Do a murder.
Yay.
Oh. Garnet, go ahead and add a spell scroll of magic missile to your inventory that was available for you at the commissary.
Oh.
And also courtesy of chat. You have a level 1 magic missile scroll.
Let's go.
Nice.
Who has a designer 8's head? I have this in my inventory and I forgot what we did with it.
So you kept it.
Time.
I mean, you may not still have it, but it was yours to dispense of. So it's your choice on what, if you want to still have it or if you want to have handed it off to somebody.
I think you used it to scry Anacra, saying it was like a possession of Anachronous?
Yeah, actually, I think that is
Yeah.
part of how you got around my nonsense.
But we were gonna prod its memories for
Mm-hmm.
stuff, so I forgot who was gonna do that.
Well, the sage would normally have taken care of that since that's going to hurt.
What about the the commander in second of necromancy?
Secretary.
I was going to say the understudy of the master Miferio of necromancy. You hand it to the Tower of Necromancy. They can take care of it. You want to do that?
Good with me.
Cool. In life, Designer 8 had a special feature as a warlock of Anachronous that rendered him completely immune to psychic effects and mind reading of any kind. Now that he's dead, necromancy works differently, but it's still going to make it. It's like you got an encrypted drive, you know? You can't just plug it in and take everything off. It's going to take some work.
But like pretty doable, just takes time, or
Nobody's done this before with a decapitated warlock of Anachronous.
It's
Doesn't come up
encrypted
very
brain.
often.
So,
Encrypted brain, exactly.
noted.
All right. Athalor and Mason, you're off to go get Master L now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Garnet, do you have your sending ready, or do you want to...
Yes, but
Okay.
you can do whatever order you want.
All right. Well, the two of you will go up to the spire and find Master L now in the war room discussing upcoming strategy with the various sundry high-ranking wardens, since Untermaler is still diplomizing at the moment.
Knock, knock.
When they open the door, you see a complex magical diagram floating that somebody's conjuring as an illusion. Some large-scale ritual magic. Mason.
Pokes head in.
Yes, Mason?
Is this in okay time?
And Athalor.
And Athalor?
And Athalor? Is this urgent?
Kind of turns to Athalor. Kind of, not really. Like
Yes. Well,
a 6 on a 1 to 10 scale.
Yeah, maybe a 6. It depends on how heavily Brontha's army figures into your wibbly up there.
Roll a persuasion check, please, Athalor.
A 7.
So wiggly.
The illusion.
Can after that Mason say, Garnet thought it was a very necessary idea, as try to like help the.
Okay, you roll a persuasion check now.
Okay.
Name dropping.
That's
Yeah.
20.
Well, Garnet said. 22.
Garnet said it's my turn on the Xbox.
Complete the design, and I will go ahead and preemptively approve. Proceed. And she walks out on the War Council and shuts the door behind her. Where are we going and what are we doing? Quickly, please.
Garnet thinks that we should set up a teleportation circle now between IOTH Academy and Brontha so that we have all of the logistic legwork done if we can convince them to come and help us physically fight Diffraxus if the need arises.
Creating a permanent teleportation circle takes 1 year.
How about a temporary one for as long as potential battle goes on?
Wait, there's already one, right? Sorry, I'm not here, but wasn't
Yes,
there
no,
already?
there are existing teleportation circles that link Brontha to the Academy. We could theoretically give them access to one that's in the Causeway, which can be deployed to the battlefield as necessary since it's a moving fortress.
And they would be able to go back if needed, right? Because I think
It would require a
concern-
separate casting. A teleportation circle is only active when it's cast. We keep a healthy stock of teleportation circle scrolls on hand at all times for exactly this sort of purpose.
Okay. So no lack of resources then? Okay.
We would just need an arrangement of what sort of aid they would send us and if they would expect anything in return, the diplomatic side of things. But the logistical arcane side should be relatively simple.
Okay, I think Garnet's called ahead that we're going to go and, I assume, negotiate the aid.
What's the time horizon on this? When does she intend to depart?
If I had to guess, Mason, 5 minutes?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, 5 minutes. I think.
She's just about to, make some calls.
Typical.
Yeah.
I mean, for only 25 words, she's a fast speaker.
Mm-hmm. Probably already coming up here right now as we speak.
Just dropping expended sending scrolls around.
Stop talking as fast as I can.
This text plan sucks. I'll make my preparations, you make yours. If this is a diplomatic mission, I expect you both to clean up. Meet me here when you're ready. And she goes off to her quarters to go get gussied up for diplomacy.
Meet Garnet on the stairs.
Just like that's my
Turn
picture
around.
of Gus.
All right.
That went well.
Actually, yeah, Mason and Athalor can close out the scene or do anything else you wish to do.
Just say that went well, I think.
Do you think? Does she think you look scruffy or I look scruffy? This is expensive.
Takes a good long look at Athalor. Tries to find some kind of mirror surface, actually, and is like, no, let's not do that, actually.
Look.
It's like, you look fine. It's probably me. It's probably me.
Okay. Well, let's go and look nicer. Athalor does not know how to say that in a normal way.
All right. Garnet, who are you talking to and what are you saying in 25 words or less?
Admin time.
What are the notes? Okay, I don't have notes on this person's name, so my bad. What's the dude's name with the mark on his hand? The hot one?
I was going to say, oh, you're thinking of Hottie McM, right?
I forgot. It was Legday's character, but I asked him and he also forgot, so I'm not...
Inaros Ardashir.
Inaros. Got it. All right. Gonna find a private spot for the, Commander Riz. Yeah, I like that one better.
Commander Riz.
Commander Riz.
Okay. Private spot and sending spell activate. All right. Someone gonna count from... I can count one hand. Okay. Good afternoon, Inaros. I hope I'm not disturbing you. I can't do syllables. Damn it. Disturbing. No, can you count with your hand so I can read and
I'm writing this down for future notes. Somebody else got to do this.
Oh shit. Well, you can count.
Okay, I will count.
Thank you.
Thanks, bro. Good afternoon, Inaros. I hope I'm not disturbing you. I have a request. Please come through the portal to meet or gather sendings to chat.
Okay, I lost him.
I pre-counted this. It's 25. Good job, though.
Good effort.
I know, right? I was trying to read and count.
It's for syllables. I'll always get you.
And I said this not like a robot, but yeah.
Yeah, that, but with Riz.
That with Riz. Yeah, exactly.
Get a Riz check.
Eloquently.
The response. If the Academy permits, it would be my blessing to meet you there.
Ooh, house call, baby.
Oh, then I'm going to the teleportation circle.
Okay. When you get there, the warden's on duty. Garnet, what do you want?
It's like missing fucking bullshit again.
Wait, do I know these words?
No, you don't know them. You've never seen them before.
Why are they talking to me like that then? I have a friend that's gonna come through. From
Name,
Brantha.
place of origin, business.
Inaros inserts last name.
Mm-hmm.
Chat.
Coup?
Question mark? They turn and you see a halfling wearing the robes of a mage, a graduated mage, and a tabard of the Tower of Divination. And they look over and they say, "Will permitting Inaros Ardashir into the academy cause weal or woe?" And the halfling sort of sets out this little cloth and
8-ball my petite.
Weal! Approved. Does this Inaros already have the rune signature for this circle?
Inaros, do you have the root signature for this? I'm at the circle.
I will secure it. Give me but 10 minutes.
Okay. Well, I have sending stones, so I don't have to use these, but I'll tell the party I'm at the circle if they want to come or do their own thing, up to them.
Yeah, would come through, I think.
Come dressed up pretty.
Okay.
Hi.
Can anyone tell?
Tell
Athalor?
That Athalor scrubbed up? Probably not.
I was going to say, it's kind of hard to distinguish. Did Mason do anything special for diplomacy mode?
Is there anything special that it could do? Nah, not really. I don't think. Splash some water in his face. You know, there we go. That's about as good as we're getting.
All right, good enough. A few minutes later, the teleportation circle engraved on the floor glows with a blue shimmering light, and there is a flash, and Inaros steps through, accompanied by 4 Phoenix Knights in their gilded armor.
Oh, badass.
I guess I should have mentioned coming alone, but I guess I have my crew as well.
I was going to say, I believe that the 2 of you have not met this character.
No. Is that Bevam?
No.
Oh.
Would introduce Inaros with all his, nice titles in the most royal way possible to the party. I don't know all his titles.
He's the Marshal of Brontha's armies. He kneels as a knight would to you, Garnet, and will take your hand if you offer it, and then bow respectfully to your friends.
Bow respectfully back.
Athalor also returns the gesture. Marshal, a pleasure to have you here.
The pleasure's mine. I've heard so much of this school of magic and yet never set eyes on it.
Right. Maybe we can find a private room.
Please.
Would we know where that is?
Yeah, absolutely. There's plenty of places you could find. The wardens will have a word with the Phoenix Knights for a moment. They're handling some logistics and some legalities and terms.
I'm gonna
and
get
such.
that passport stamped.
Exactly. They're going through customs real quick.
Metal detector. Beep. Just stick up your armor.
Did you pack your armor? This armor yourself?
Has anyone else handled your armor today? Are you carrying any fruit or vegetable product? What is this? It's a packet of Mordain vapor. That's not mine. I'm holding that for a friend. So you can, they've given Inaros and his knights permission to go anywhere within the school, as long as it's not like into the spire and into the teachers' offices and secure places like that. But public areas, you're permitted to go wherever it is that you please. His escort is coming with him, but he can shove them off as needed. But they'd be, like outside the door, right? Just sort of doing bodyguard stuff. So wherever you'd like.
Go
ahead.
Room
Yeah, there's private rooms in the causeway, which is all, this mighty marble fortress and such, and they're secure with magic. So you're able to find a fairly small room with a table that is shaped from the same stone as the floor, just part of it rising up, draped over with a simple blue and silver tablecloth with some frills at the end, some various tapestries depicting scenes of magical warfare on the side. And when the door, he goes ahead and has his Phoenix Knights stand guard outside. When the door closes, there's almost this audible and you can't hear anything outside as the privacy spells kick in.
Great. Sits down and, well, when I said one request, I guess I have multiple. The one that the party does know about is we'd like to request some help with the Diffraxus fight, if Frontha could mobilize some troops for us.
As it happens, blessed child, I happen to be on good terms with the leader, the general of Frontha's armies, and I think I can probably convince her to lend some aid.
Isn't that your mum?
Yeah, and he might be the best one to talk to. He is the brains behind the operation in terms of organizing all that. Second request that the party didn't know about, and I hope you guys will keep a secret, and I'm trusting you. I hope everyone can keep a secret. Looks at Inaros.
My word is my bond, blessed child, I assure you.
All right. I'm hoping you could help me. I'm seeking treatment for a friend's affliction with a sort of magical malaise. Could you maybe arrange an appointment with the high priest by any chance?
He ponders for a moment as the dungeon master quickly looks up his notes real fast.
Mason looks over to Athalor like, wait, what's she talking about?
Also clueless.
We'll just message the party like the void corruption.
Oh.
Okay. Just a knowing slow nod.
But doesn't know how to explain that or how to approach it yet.
Good luck.
Yeah,
Mason like, his back.
With the holy word, like, so all that communing with the devil is really taking a toll on me.
I'm certain that High Priest Walagosh would be honored. I assume this is a matter that requires a deft touch?
Right, and to keep this quiet.
Precisely, of course.
And I figured this would be a good time for Master Elnow looks at the party, for Master Elnow to come and discuss the war matters with the general.
We already let her know she'll be ready to leave soon.
Great.
She was preparing.
Inaris, how long would it take to get Priest Walagosh ready?
I would have to inquire with him, but I am certain that he could be prepared to consult within a handful of hours.
Okay. Enough time to get ready?
Okay. Yep.
See, quick chat.
Well, given that this was so quick, do you have time to show me about this wondrous school? Or how swiftly are we departing for home?
Is he saying this like with Riz, or does he just want a tour?
All three of you roll insight checks, please, with advantage because of the light of the moon.
Let's go. Big insight.
Yo, I'm inciting the fuck out of Captain Riz.
You are looking right through him.
Mason, you can roll that with advantage, so roll again and take the better of the two. Athalor, he's being very diplomatic, very humble, very, she's
a nice young man.
a great dignitary of the state. Mason, yeah, he's playing
He's
politics, he's playing the game. Garnet, subtle Riz. But yes, with Riz.
We'll just slowly, after she locks eyes with the Naros and kind of notices your Riz, ooh woo, inspiration in the chat. Thank you. Then we'll slowly look at the party, noticeably blushing, and ask, should I do the tour? Should we do the tour?
Yes. Yep. Yes.
What? Looked at Mason. What? Which button? Say.
Mason was like hoping the pressure is gonna be off of him. He doesn't know what to say here, but it's like, yeah, we can do the tour.
I think it would be valuable to all of us to show the good Marshal what a powerful ally IOTH Academy could be.
Yes.
Well said.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Let's go. Just awkwardly your cat's up.
15-year-old dialogue incoming.
All right. So he'll go ahead and get up to his feet and let you lead him around anywhere that you wish to show him.
So just thought of something fucked up.
Yeah, I thought it was fucked up.
So here's my room.
I'm currently lacking a roommate.
That's crazy. It's so lonely.
How weird.
I don't know, classroom. I guess whatever is closest, like classrooms and such things.
Yeah, the causeway is currently floating somewhere near the middle level of the spheres, and the floating staircases couldn't get you to the various lodges. You could make your way to the ring, obviously. Probably grab a magic carpet and go anywhere, but you could go to Tarsimore Hall, you could go to the Grove, you could go to the magic garden that suppresses emotions.
What's like the fanciest, like flexiest shit we can bring him to?
What about the place where they do the commencement ceremony?
Yeah, that amphitheater.
Yeah, it's big.
I'd like to think that a flying carpet with the 4 Phoenix Knights on it's like, oh, fuck my life, man.
We're going to need 2 flying carpets, please. So you float over to the amphitheater, which is currently almost entirely unoccupied. And could I get perception checks from everybody in the party?
It appears to be an amphitheater.
Why are you guys summoning all these people?
Why the hell do you think? Why the hell do you think? So, as you head up into the amphitheater, which is beautiful and impressive and always sunny somehow, no matter when you go there. Not as much as the high temple of Zalar in Brontha, obviously, but it always has good weather and good acoustics. As you're showing him around, somewhat awkwardly, I would take it. Mason, you notice a disheveled student in blue robes sitting up near the top in the nosebleed section of the amphitheater. There's like nobody else here.
I recognize them, or is it too far away?
On closer examination, it's Cryus.
I think whoever Mason's like walking next to, I guess probably like Athalor, would whisper, I think I see Cryus up there, but I don't want to take away from this, so I'm going to go check. And you continue the tour.
Weird place for a crafty wank, innit?
If that's what it is, I swear. Yeah, just what I guess would be like, I
Enjoy
probably should.
investigating.
I guess Mason would excuse himself from politely. From I already forgot his name. What was his name?
Inaros.
Anaros, right. Excuse me a moment, I'll return shortly. Just gonna check something. And scurries off, goes up to where Cryus is.
Cryus is... He looks like shit. There's bags under his eyes. His hair is messed up. His glasses are askew. His robes are wrinkled, even though he has prestidigitation and could fix all of this. He has a pile of books next to him that are all sort of frayed and messed up. And he's just staring up at the platform at the balcony above the main amphitheater theater.
I'm getting like maybe
stage.
A few steps away.
Mm-hmm.
Does it seem like Cryus has noticed Mason yet?
No.
This would politely just call out, say, excuse me? Cryus? Is it alright if I approach?
What? Oh. Mason.
Yep.
Roll an Arcana check.
This kid has lost it. 25.
25. He casts Detect Magic and scans you suspiciously.
Just kind of like put hands up, like, just wanting to check on you.
He takes a moment, drops it. Yeah. Sure, Mason. That's fine.
I would ask if everything's all right, but the second question is what's going on?
Ever since I got to this school, Mason, I've been trying to live up to the greatest mage that there ever was. And every single time that I try to make things better or to be that leader, I just make people hate me.
What are you talking about? Who hates you?
I'm trying to focus on helping to get ready for Diffraxus with the Codex, and the fairies just won't leave me alone. And he's gone, Mason. He's just gone. And I don't know if there's ever going to be another IOTH. And if there is, I don't think it's going to be me.
Well, and Mason at this point takes a few steps forward and kind of sits down next to Cryus. Takes a deep breath and says, well, firstly, no, there's not going to be another IOTH. But there will be a you, no matter what happens, what you accomplish. It could be great things, but your individuality, I think, is still worth something. It's okay to, I mean, I know you came here trying to live up to, learn from everything from IOTH, and I don't want to take away from that, but even if he was still here, there would never be another specific, IOTH, per se. Oh, and about all the fairy business, I mean, it might not feel like it, but I don't think they hate you either. It's from my understanding, a lot of ways that fairies have fun, obviously at your expense, and that's rough to deal with.
Nonsense to be focused on that when Diffraxus is about to come knocking on our door. I'm trying to make a difference and because I won't talk about it and be open about it.
People cope in very, very different ways. And it might seem like people are not focused, but I don't know. I'm sorry, Cryus, but I want you to know, nothing else, that all the work that you're doing, the preparation, being one of the Codex leaders and organizing them, you're doing a lot of good work. Truly, I mean it. I'm sure that many things would not have been accomplished if not for your work, your research. I know you've helped Garnet out immensely. I'm not sure there's many others that I don't know of. You're one of the smartest minds here.
Roll a persuasion check, please. Mason.
25.
25. He takes a deep breath and nods, and you can tell his spirits are a little bit lifted. A little bit of determination is back into his. Well, next week we'll see if any of it mattered.
It will have. No matter what happens, the things you do matter. Hopefully you can find some rest.
Don't tell anyone that you saw me here, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to go take a secret nap.
It's probably a good thing.
And he at, like, the bottom of the amphitheater, like looking
yeah, you're like down in the floor and he's way up in the bleachers.
Yeah.
So the conversation's pretty far out of earshot unless either of you are making any attempt to sneak off or lead the tour in that direction.
Athalor trust Mason to deal with this one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll leave him there if nothing else happens and try to quietly, inconspicuously go back to the party, to the tour.
As he does, you hear this... And Cryus goes, shit! And whips out a scroll, casts a spell of invisibility, and hightails it. As the sounds of fairy chaos are not far behind.
Oh, that poor child. Well, go back to the party anyway, I guess.
+1 XP. In the meantime, could I get a history or performance check for both Athalor and Garnet? Choose between a history or performance check.
Performance.
History.
All right. A 25 on performance and a 22 on history. Okay. The tour is not only entertaining, it's educational. All sorts, you're letting him know all sorts of things about this place. You're doing a great job of being ambassadors on behalf of the Academy, and being witty about it as well. As Mason rejoins the party, where would you go from there? Mason, as you're walking down, you receive a sending spell. I'm waiting. What's our timeline?
From Elno?
Mm-hmm.
That's like right as that part of the tour is ending.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I guess first, what's like the time limit on responding to a sending spell? Does it have to be like immediate, or kind of like exchange words with the party first?
I think it's pretty close to immediate. I will let you briefly exchange words with the party if you'd like. Briefly.
Okay. Yeah. Mason would just say, my apologies. Elnau is asking where to meet. She's ready.
Oh, Inaris, was there more you wanted to see?
I'm sure there'll be more time. I don't want to keep the Archmage waiting.
Okay. Guess we're ready, Mason.
All right. Is there like a place we usually like meet with Elno?
She said to meet her up at...
Oh, meet her up. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Or did she say to meet in the causeway? I think she said to meet in the causeway, actually.
I want to tell
just...
we have an escort from Bronzer.
I mean, yeah, I was gonna send Inaros away. Okay, well, as we figure out where to go, I'll just say, Inaros, if you could go talk to Walagash, High Priest Walagash, and we'll be on our way soon.
He gives you a bow and says polite farewells to all of you and departs with his guard.
Respond to El now and say, we're on our way. Be there shortly.
Wow, Pavam got hotter.
Stop, Pavan!
Oh, how unfortunate.
There wasn't a hair out of place.
Just like as we're walking, like, no talk of visitors. Okay, shh. He didn't come here.
Oh. Okay.
And it is...
to El now?
Yeah, well... Sorry, go ahead.
It is almost at that exact moment that you see another tall Bronthan walking in. As Cyrus Amaka is seen traveling by carrying an entire crate of potions. He looks focused, calm, but determined.
Damn, that's a look. Who's going to tell Pavam he's in third?
What? just like gives that Lord.
He looks up from what he's doing. He was clearly distracted and brightens up. Garnet, Athalor, Mason.
Hi.
Gives him a cute hello.
You're looking very strong.
Are you some sort of potion seller? What's...
He's an alchemist.
They're too strong for you anyway, Mason.
I can handle the strongest potions. I need the strongest potions.
Potions would kill a beast, let alone a man.
I know Diffraxus is on their way. I'm making sure that we have a full stock of healing potions and other medical supplies for the wounded. I hope you're having a chance to rest and recover just a little bit before this next trial.
Huh?
Trying.
Just distracted.
we have all slept.
Where's
just
my
on
room?
our way to Brontha to make a quick trip. Do you want me to say hello to your folks or bring anything back?
I wouldn't trouble you to go find them. But if you happened to have time to bring back some pastries and some spiced tea, you would have my eternal gratitude. I'd repay you however I could.
Okay.
Such as dinner tomorrow?
Just go for anyone who brings stuff back from Bronzer.
No, it just shoves Athalor now fully out of the conversation. I will see how long I am in Brontha for, and I'll visit you.
Of course. Offer is open. And he gives you a smile and then walks off, sort of refocusing back on his task now, once again calm and determined as he continues to brew like mad for the warden's upcoming.
Grabs Athalor back as we walk. Slammed into the wall or something. It just grabs him back.
I mean, you can't have them all, right?
What are you talking about?
Nothing.
Having what?
I don't know.
I mean, you could.
They all like you.
What? Who's they?
All the pretty men.
Are you talking about Inaros?
I think that was one of them. That was the
Oh, yeah.
implication, yeah.
Yes.
Mason, do you think he was giving me like the eye? Because I like got the vibe of like the eye, you know, the one you were telling me about, the guys that give the eye.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking at his eyes and they were very pretty, so I couldn't really see past that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was distracted. We both think he's pretty.
I
And
don't
maybe
think
he
there's
thought
any
you were, I don't
thinking in
know.
it. He's just objectively pretty.
So you didn't see him like kind of give me a vibe, like a flirty
I
vibe?
mean,
I mean, do they all kiss your hand?
I mean,
unless
from
that's like
Brontha, kind of.
Has
maybe?
Pavan kissed your hand? Has Cyrus kissed your hand?
I want to say Pavam would have if allowed. I can.
Yeah.
Cyrus has not. Pavam definitely would have. He's a knight.
There's your answer. It says that.
well, that makes the figuring it out a bit trickier if it's just custom, but it could also be I don't know.
Is hand kissing romantic?
I think kissing's romantic.
What, doesn't location matter?
I mean, I assume it's happened in Brontha and on the Causeway. He did come to see you. I mean, no one came to see
I
you.
asked him to come here though.
Maybe. I mean, the fact that he came probably means something,
What?
right? Like,
Yeah, I mean,
he's both ridiculously pretty and probably quite busy man.
You guys have said so much that he's pretty, but haven't come up with any evidence that he actually likes me. So don't,
that was the evidence, or partial.
Well,
that he's
we
pretty,
weren't
it's my
necessarily
hand?
looking for evidence that he likes you.
What, did he like you? I don't think
Okay,
so. He didn't kiss your hand.
I mean,
well,
why
I-
else would he come here, right?
I mean, I thought the tour I gave was amazing.
We gave.
Yeah, that
I'm
we
the one
gave.
who presented the information. You just made jokes.
They were very funny jokes.
Yes, but never mind.
There we go.
It
It
was
was
the L now. I hate this conversation.
It was a dual effort. Both of you had your part to play, I'm sure, as I was not here, but I'm sure you both did great.
If you guys want to kiss him, you can. Okay.
Well, I think he gets a say in that as well, right?
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, you should ask Sven if you can kiss him, Mason.
Okay. That's the only person I need to check with, clearly.
Do I need to ask Sven?
Well, I should clear things too. I mean,
this-
like, this is.
I feel like we're going into too many layers here. I'm starting to get confused on.
And Elle now
yes.
takes that exact moment to arrive in her impeccably clean, slightly magically glowing Archmage of the Academy robes and bearing IOTH's staff. Her feathers immaculately preened.
As she walks in, I'll be like, see, location really does matter when it comes to kissing because I think the hand is, oh, hey. Everything is organized.
Where would you say is the most romantic place to kiss someone?
Ah!
In the academy specifically.
Both on the body and in the general world.
Have the Bronthans left?
What?
There were no Brontons.
She didn't even give Athalor a look when he asked her that question. Now she gives him a look. Just a complete, like, half eyes closed, deadpan. Athalor, when the wardens take reports of visitors coming and going, who do you think those reports go to?
Yeah, but
Rats?
the rats? The rats?
No, they're rats.
Oh, they're rats. I thought you meant the
That
rats.
they
were
are
getting
performing
purple.
the duties that they are assigned to appropriately. When the Marshal of Brontha arrives in my school, it's something that I am alerted to. Have they left yet?
Probably.
Athol takes a step away from Garnet. I did what I could, Bestie.
I assume this is part of your diplomatic plan.
Yeah.
Did it go well?
Yeah. Great. Did she blush? Yeah. Great.
All right, let me dig up her character sheet and have her make a insight check here real quick.
Yeah, good luck, buddy.
We gave it
Good luck, I'm behind 7 proxies.
I'll give it my disadvantage. Oh, well, no disadvantage. Well, that's my disadvantage for you.
Wow.
What a waste. What a terrible
I
waste.
know, what a waste.
Good. Then let's proceed. She has one of the transmuters who keeps an eye on the teleportation area do the inscribing for her and take the scroll out and sketch on the ground in mystical chalk the symbol, the Bronthin teleportation sigil, and then read aloud from the scroll. And as it takes like a minute to cast a spell, and as this is going on, she says, "So when we arrive, Garnet, what arrangements have been made?"
Well, I did have the Marshal of Brontha meet just so we could have the General of Brontha be aware of us visiting. Since last
Your mother.
time we and and we departed with murder, so I wanted to
Execution.
yeah, and
A complicated execution, but still an execution.
well, it was actually quite easy for me, but yeah,
Politically
It's so-
complicated, Garnet.
Also, you
We'll
were in
see.
on the murder too.
Yes.
Ah.
It wasn't murder, Athalor. That's an inaccurate term.
You were in on the execution.
Yes.
Your Honor. Just gestures to El now.
So you said we'll be meeting with the general.
Yeah.
Very well. You can brief me on anything else that I need to know along the way. And the cylinder of light rises up, and El now steps into it. It's only open for 6 seconds. She very quickly steps in.
Follows in.
Follows.
Stepping in.
And as you do, there is a searing blast of heat and a thunderous rumble in your bones. And the light flashes before your eyes and is replaced with a red glow. And the heat on your face is intense as a sea of molten metal surrounds you. And you find yourself not at all where you intended to be.
That's not good.
What in the... El now?
She is not there.
El now?
Oh, no.
Do we see each other?
You see each other. Garnet, you've stood here before in the realm of dream. And the last time you saw somebody here, it was, well, you can't remember who it was, but they were acting as a voice for Anacronus. And this time, you see a machine there. Very, very similar. Almost a small-scale replica of the Machine Prince of Chaos. Gears tick and grind beneath your feet. The entire floor rumbles.
Where are we?
This explains what the place is.
What about El now?
We are aware of information that you have obtained. This information is pertinent to the execution of the design.
What information?
Do we all hear this?
Yes, you all hear this. The voice is thundering all around you as if the machine you're standing on itself is emitting the noise.
You have perceived us. You have intuited our nature, our disposition. This information is pivotal to the execution of the design.
Oh, did they meet about the scry that we just did?
Yes.
And we're not supposed to know that information.
Correct.
But it's all in the design.
We are prepared to offer a compromise.
Garnet's gonna turn her back and cast the sending spell.
Okay. This area is protected by a very powerful private sanctum. The spell has no effect.
A compromise. What kind of compromise?
You will obtain additional information. Access to all of this will be blocked for security purposes. You will know what you will not know.
So you want us to find out something that we can't know and only you will know?
We will elaborate upon the nature and purpose of the design. We will disclose to you information that remains concealed even from the serpent. You will be aware of our true purpose and role in the design. Then you will lose access to this information until it becomes pertinent again.
Until it becomes pertinent again. Have to be used for what?
When this information is revealed, the use and purpose will become self-evident. You will then be released to continue to your original destination. Access to knowledge of this interaction will be removed until it becomes pertinent.
Mason looks towards Garnet, who I suppose since we've been here hasn't. Well, I guess describing the place hasn't said anything since then. I was like trying to vibe check Garnet.
She's like probably she still has her back turned and isn't showing frustration that the sending spell didn't work, and it's more like trying to figure out what other sanctums and like what are the weaknesses to this area. So it hasn't really been paying it because she's already like, hey, let's make a deal. No, turns around and just is like figuring out a way out, but hasn't said no. But I'm also like out of character confused what he's asking. So
to clarify, you know stuff you should not know. He's offering to tell you more stuff that you shouldn't know, then lock you off from those memories until they become pertinent.
Is it all memories, even the stuff that we already know that we shouldn't, or just the stuff that is going to reveal?
Okay. What you saw in that scrying, and perhaps some other information about Anacronus, will be locked off until it becomes pertinent again. It won't be erased, but it will be sealed within your minds.
Mason would ask, and then when it becomes pertinent, then we would remember it from then on? It wouldn't be tampered with again?
You will have access to this information when it is pertinent, and when said access does not threaten the integrity of the design. We are prepared to elaborate if you are in agreement.
why are you making a deal and not just erasing our memories?
Your place in the design has evolved.
And so we could, in theory, decline?
You will not.
Is there a physical manifestation of him, or is this
Yes, there is a physical small-scale replica of the machine prints where the giant eyeball is on the map.
How do you plan on getting Alex out?
Agree to our compromise, and we will elaborate. We will answer this question.
Do I feel my uncle's presence at all?
No.
Blocked off. Oh no.
And is this like replica? Like, was this like a tiny machine that's talking?
Oh, I mean, it's not tiny. It's very large. It's just not as big as the actual.
Oh, I don't see.
Oh, you don't see the big eye?
I had. Oh, it's like kind of very red everywhere on my screen.
Yeah, that's your dark vision.
Oh,
Let me brighten this up for you.
thank you.
Mm-hmm. Doink. Did that help?
Yeah.
Do you see the BBEG now?
Jason's just looking around, like not obviously wanting to make any decision on his own, or even any decision at all, really here, but it's just kind of feeling what the rest of them two want to, because they've interacted with the Anachronist more.
I can tell this is Dream World, right?
This is not the dream world. This is this is the actual place that you were dreaming of. This is real.
Oh. Can we tell what plane of existence this is?
You don't immediately recognize it. It's not something that's covered in any of your books. You've done a lot of study. I will allow you to make an Arcana check, Garnet. This is sort of your area of expertise. A 20. This is probably a pocket dimension, a demiplane created by Anacronus.
I'm going to try a Dispel Magic on the Sanctum spell.
Okay. Roll and add your charisma modifier. Well, roll 1d20 plus your charisma modifier. Not a charisma save, just 1d20 plus your charisma modifier. If you click on the word cha or the word charisma, it should roll for you. The spell rises out and then just sort of fades.
Our offer has yet to motivate you. What else do you require?
Time to think.
Granted.
Out of here?
Unacceptable. This information is restricted to the three of you. If allowed to spread, it will act as an infection. It has therefore been quarantined. Garnet. We are prepared to offer, in exchange, our own destruction.
You would never do that.
You do not understand.
Well,
Accept, and we will explain. The design will be revealed.
or you can let me out, and she flips open the book, or I create a giant void rift in your pocket dimension.
Athalor looks over to Mason like,
She's how big dick swinging the other guy. She hates this guy. You guys don't understand how much she hates Anachronus.
To do so would jeopardize everything that you have worked towards. Our intentions are in alignment. Our goals are synchronous.
Yeah, I don't remember you, our goals being aligned when you killed my dad.
That was a means to an end. The end remains synchronous. Accept our compromise, and the design will be revealed.
Is Anachronus, or this thing, is he a creature or a construct?
Constructs are creatures.
So in terms of, like, I don't know, a certain void scribe action.
You could do that. You could write void words on it.
Has he moved at all?
No, it can't really move. Like, it can turn where it is, but it's fixed to the floor.
She's looking at the party to see, like, are they looking like they're interested in this deal? Because she's very much not, but she's trying not to.
Mason's interested in not dying.
Yeah,
not
also
getting
interested
voided.
in living.
Excuse me.
Messages the party if that's allowed.
Yeah, that's allowed. Mm-hmm.
Guys, Elno knows we're gone. She's just looking for us. We just have to stall this out.
With my knowledge of metaplanar geometry gnomes, will I know of any potential time dilations from being here?
Give me an Arcana check with advantage for planar metageometry. Time dilation is absolutely in effect.
Athalor pass along this information. It might be a
And
while.
it's intense.
Wherever we are is not on the same wavelength of space-time flow. She might not even realize that we're gone.
He said, in terms of declining, he said you will not you cannot. So we still could just. I don't know what would happen, but try to decline or renegotiate in some way that is okay. I don't know if there will be a way for it to be okay.
Well, he said we could have thinking time.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the longer we wait, the better of a chance there is that the outside world does catch up in terms of time.
Do you know at what rate the time messing is?
You know it's severe, but you don't have the
is...
actual numbers.
It's a lot, but I don't know how much of a lot.
Not void a lot, presumably.
Who knows?
Oh, could be. Okay. What are you thinking, Garnet?
I am tired of having my memories altered, and I don't want it to happen again.
Well,
yeah.
So, and this is all said in messages. So can we figure out a way out of here, please?
Yeah, let me think.
And on that, let's cut to our break and give you a few more extra minutes to think about it. Book of Dawn IOTH Academy. We'll be right back.